Hello and welcome to Life by Design, where I share practical tips to uplift and empower empaths, sensitives, and intuitives. Today I wanted to talk to you about physical health and NLP. So most of you know that I'm a master practitioner of Neurolinguistic Programming. And what that means is I help people to let go of subconscious patterns in their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. And one of the things that people have come to me for are physical health problems. And while I am not a doctor, and while I don't deal directly with physical illness or the body itself, I deal with the connection of the mind in the illness or the disease or whatever problem is present in the physical body. Our bodies and everything that we experience in our reality is connected to the brain. And there's a lot of information in the vast landscape of our unconscious mind that can actually lead us in the right direction of the answers that we need in order to solve our health problems. So I don't do direct work with the body like a doctor would, but what I do help people do is identify what the underlying emotional and mental causes or contributing factors can be to some of those health problems. So there's one client that comes to mind in particular, and she was experiencing problems with her digestion. So it was to the point where she could only eat meat. That was really the only food that she could ingest. Any fruits and vegetables would cause such a problem in her system that she could no longer ingest them. And when it came to supplements that she actually needed, which her doctors were recommending, she wasn't able to ingest those either. And she had to actually soak her feet in the actual supplement in order to bring that into her body. And so that was quite an extreme experience for her in terms of limitation. And so when she came to me, I let her know that we're going to work with the subconscious part of the problems that she's seeing in her physical experience. And much of the work that we did was connected to, of course, those imprinting years from ages 0 to 7, and the beliefs, the emotions, and the patterns that developed then and perpetuated themselves in different ways throughout the years. So once we were able to identify what those root causes were, what those root cause events were that even began those behaviors and those thought patterns, then she was able to experience her life differently. Her relationships with the people, the difficult people in her life, started to change, not because she was doing anything different, but because she started to experience herself differently from an empowered place. And as a byproduct of the emotional and mental healing that took place for this client, she was actually experiencing the desire and I would say the excitement to try different foods and to try the supplements again. And what she found was she was actually able to tolerate the supplements and ingest them orally like she hadn't been able to do before. She was also able to add some foods back into her diet, and slowly she was able to add more and more. We also did a food intolerance process, which made that easier as well. But her result was amazing because she was actually able to eat like she wanted to eat. She was able to go out to eat. She was able to travel again. And those are things that she had kind of crossed off her list of possibilities because her physical body was getting in the way of the things that she actually wanted to do. So she started seeing developments in her own business. She got a raise at work, and she took some business trips and some fun trips within the 2 or 3 months after our working together. And it was just really extraordinary for her to see her progress exponentially increase just over that short time when we brought in the unconscious mind as an agent of healing. And that really is the power of NLP, like when we look at physical health, because the answers are always there. And so it's this vast landscape within us. And remember, it's that 95% of who we are, whereas that 3 to 5% is simply the conscious part of us that is trying to take the right actions and nothing is working. So when people get to the point where they've exhausted all of the logical options, that's usually the point where people reach out to me because they have tried all the right things. They have been doing all the right things. And all of my clients are very conscientious. They're very self-aware. They have done therapy. They've done really all the right things. And when they're still struggling with physical health problems, then it's indicating that there's something more beneath the surface. And usually it's something beyond their awareness, simply because by the very nature of the unconscious mind, it is covert, it is mysterious, it is automatic. So it's not easy for people to identify what exactly it is. So that's the beauty of having a facilitator that can actually take you through these processes to identify and clear the things that are getting in the way of your physical health. So that was my story I wanted to share today, because sometimes people don't connect their physical health problems with the subconscious mind, with their thoughts, with their emotions. And what I can tell you is they are inseparable. So if you've been having a physical health problem that no one's been able to figure out, there is something deeper. I hope this has been helpful in expanding your perspective around what some of the causes might be of physical health issues, and perhaps even giving you a ray of hope and light, knowing that, gosh, it may not be something that I can even see myself. Maybe it's not even something that's going to show up on a test. Perhaps it's something even deeper than that. And that is, in essence, the unconscious space that we can tap into with NLP. So I hope this has been helpful. If you're interested in learning about my services, there's information below. And if you like this video, please click like and subscribe for more updates in the future. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.